What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Alright guys, week 8, spring summer 2022. Let's get right into the drop list. We have a bunch of items to go through this week. Spring summer tees, and we also have very cool accessories that I think personally I'll be going for this week. So as you can see in the first item, these are the sort of Supreme magnets and are basically a mixture of items that they have released before previously, and I do own a few of these items, and I think they were from past years for sure. And I note that there are 10 of them. There's 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 in total, but this is a 10 pack. So is this Supreme one like a box logo? Is this a magnet as well? So there might be that, so makes it 10. So for fridges and stuff, definitely a very iconic accessory to have. It's cool that you're gonna have all these items listing out on the fridge, and not that I own any of them. Well, the kettle, yes, for sure. I have the kettle on the bottom right, but none of the other items that I managed to cop, because these were from previous years, and I think the only one that I have encountered when I was into Supreme was the this little artwork on the top right here, and I think that cost around, I think, £10,000. I think it was. I think it was released back in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Probably need to look back, but they had a T-shirt on this before. I didn't went for it, but and then this wasn't a separate, like an artwork that releases alongside, but it was quite expensive. I don't think anyone actually actually went for it, because it was quite a limited piece and it was quite expensive. Very high ticket item, but this is definitely something to look out for this week, and I will be definitely be going for that. Just because out of the the other items that are releasing this week, I don't think I'm personally into any of the T-shirts, but we'll go through them one by one. There's 6 in total. So first of all, we have the person tee, which is I don't know, quite religion tee. I'm not sure. It's felt quite so what it says at the back: Supreme is a person who can take the place of all others, but whose place no one else can take. It's quite a sick quote, I guess. Not entirely sure about the design. The front, it just felt like they could have done a bit more, gone with like a more simple and clean design for me personally. So and then obviously we have the Lil Kim tee, which is quite a standard photo tee that they've done, just referencing the Madonna tee that they did a couple of years ago, which I personally have one in white. It's exactly the same, where it kind of lays out. It's just kind of the writing, the handwriting that's kind of different, and you have obviously the photo tee quite big, that print out the front, and then hopefully a quote at the back. Not entirely sure if we're feeling it, to be fair. I've seen some pictures on Instagram, but definitely not my thing to go for. Do want something quite low key. So the Still Talking tee, this is quite nice. It has a Supreme. I mean, if they went with like quite a smaller logo at the back, I would definitely more preferred to have that at the back instead. So maybe something like what they've done at the front, and taking that similar design and having that at the back would make it a lot more reasonable, I guess. But the other one we have is the Alien tee. So that's some Japanese writing there at the front. It says Supreme, so the bottom, then there's a little alien. Not sure what it says at the back of that computer, but yeah. So just going to go through the, I think, second to last now. Yeah. So this one doesn't show anything at the back, so it might just be a plain back, but it's obviously a very big ass Supreme logo at the front, which doesn't kind of be an appeal to me. And the other tees that we have also, actually they were 8 in total. So this Raf's Demon box logo, we thought from the mock-up it was actually like a Supreme box logo, but turns out it's not. It's just like a sort of a red. It's not. It definitely didn't say Supreme, or I thought it was like a mashed up or like splashed Supreme logo, box logo, but turned out not to be. So everyone was quite hyped up and said that, oh, they're gonna have another box logo release, but turned out it's just a very standard design. Well, a Raf's Demon standard design box logo tee, as they claim, but it's not. So and then the other ones we have is the school tee as well from Raf's Demon, different colours. This pretty FT is quite an odd one. It's basically turns all the kind of stickers, I guess, into a t-shirt, and it's just randomly placed with sort of no pattern whatsoever at all. And then the right hand side you get the Supreme box logo there. I mean, personally for me, this year's, or the spring summer 2022 t-shirt, it's not as appealing as last year's, because we had a few more quite creative design. I would say creative from Supreme, but it's just something that is more appealing in terms of what they've used, in terms of the font and all that. But this year's, it just kind of felt like they have, just really can't be arsed with things, as they always do. But on the spring summer tees this year, hope they put a bit more effort in, maybe, hopefully, for next year. So personally, I won't be going for any of these, to be fair. And then obviously we have the standard items that we have. The small box logo tee been out for very like many times, but this kind of pattern, I think it was first in hand, I think, with the pink leopard print, which is quite new. Haven't seen that colorway before, but it would be for retail, be around like 40, 50-ish. Also we have the Tatan suit, I think that has a different color with that. Yeah, so 2 different colors that comes with it. I do quite like this this red check design, or the colorway that uses it, and I think it's it's giving that kind of Christmas vibe to me for some reason. I know it's a spring summer release, but actually we have a few more items. So we got the Loki skateboard as well. With this, I just can't see it being too much of a sale on this for that. Just purely the design, and I just kind of, we all kind of foresee what the skate deck's been performed in the past few weeks, I guess, from the beginning of the season. Even with the blank box logo skate deck, it hasn't performed as good as it should be, or as expected. So there is definitely a decline in terms of kind of resales on Supreme skateboards, and with design that are not deemed to be popular. I wouldn't advise any of us to kind of go for a skateboard unless you're really into it for personal. Yeah, definitely a decline on resale value for any skate deck from Supreme at this point. Just to plug in, the last week we had the Palace and CK release, and that went kind of sold out instantly, and they had I think 2 skate deck that was actually quite good looking. I was quite gutted that I missed that drop, but that skate deck was quite nice, and I hope that there are a bit more creative and new collaboration that Supreme do release for the end of the seasons. So yeah, just coming back to this now, we have the Bad pin, which is, I think it's from the lookbook, but by the looks of it, I don't think it's going to be an item to go for. And just a couple of lookbook items that we have. I think this one, I wanted to have a look at this zip pullover. It looks like a cyclist top to me, if I'm not mistaken, just from the kind of look of it. And then the other ones are just the standard hoodie, bless you, my G. And then there is also this spell out hoodie that yeah, well, it's quite a standard hoodie that they have, just with a different kind of font, the same kind of over the back shoulder design that they have released before. So nothing really popped up to my eyes in terms of kind of resale, especially in this like spring summer tee. I thought they were going to release the bling box logo T-shirt as part of the summer tee collections, but apparently this is not the case. But we still have a couple more weeks to go for, and hopefully that would be something that they are to release maybe. So I'll definitely be getting one. So I didn't manage to get the hoodie, but just in comparison, I think the T-shirt will look a bit better rather than the hoodie. So we'll wait for that, and then so yeah, I mean this week's focus would definitely be on the magnets, and if I'm lucky enough, I think I will be trying that on my phone as well, just to see if I can secure a pack of this. And I think they would be costing around maybe £20 to £30. We still don't have the retail yet, but just an estimated guess, and just a rough guess really. And this would make a really nice kind of Easter present to kind of, or like just kind of have, I guess, for accessories. And then obviously the week after we are going to see a few more accessories hopefully. But yeah, so kind of in conclusion, I think the magnets are definitely the go-to item for this week. And then the spring summer tees, just can't foresee them for being any of them being like high resale values and stuff. But if you want to go for anything personal, do that, and maybe trying to go for the XXL, just some rare sizing, to see if you really wanted to kind of turn around with with some resale, but you really want to kind of sell them within the first week or two, which don't really see the point in holding any of these, because none of the designs are actually good looking, I guess, compared to the previous seasons. So I wouldn't recommend you to hold that for a long time. You want a quick turnaround with this profit and stuff. But the magnets, definitely a go-to item. And yeah, so that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and obviously comment below for any sort of ideas and what your thoughts are for this week's drop, what you're going for. And thumbs up to this video if you liked it, and obviously subscribe to the channel for more content. And I shall see you guys on Thursday for the live call.